everybody. So, I guess I'll just start off. I just decided to do this in the spur of the moment. And, let me just, so I don't have like two headphones on or two cans on at the same time. Um, so, what was I about to say? So, new podcast, spur of the moment. I guess this is Paul Greene-Dennis. That's who I am. And my podcast is the Deep Green Spur of the Moment. Deep Green Spur of the Moment. Where it's just like, I guess just to do a podcast just because to gain experience. Also to, I guess, talk. So yeah. And interesting tidbit about me. So first off, voice actor, opera singer, and I guess I'm taking a little dabble into content creation, and yeah, and also a Jet fan, which I guess my what's on my mind just came into my mind. It's just more so the state of it's like being a Jet fan is always especially talking to most other Jet fans. It's like cursed pessimism just about anything. And I guess you could say it's cursed pessimism because you feel the team's cursed, which, if you want to believe that, fine. I don't believe that. I just believe that, the Jets haven't been well run until now, especially with Joe Douglas at the helm as GM. And instead of, especially just not, let's fire everyone. We need to get him out of here with Rob Saleh and his staff. Good thing he got rid of Mike LaFleur because with Nathaniel Hackett calling plays, yeah, you'd like to see him do other things with Zach Wilson. But you know what? But you know one thing we're seeing with Zach Wilson under Nathaniel Hackett? Granted, Zach Wilson wasn't even supposed to suit up this year, but Aaron Rodgers got hurt on the cursed MetLife turf, which everybody gets hurt. That MetLife turf claims PCLs, ankles, MC, anything CL, and anything to do with your legs or ankles. That the MetLife will curse your ankles, knees, legs, your lower, any of your lower half of your body. Just fix that turf. That's another subject for another day. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers goes down 4 plays in. I was actually coming home from, believe it, I was coming home from a gig. I was coming home from a gig. No, I was coming home from a rehearsal when that happened. I was coming home from a rehearsal when that happened. And lo and behold, I checked my Twitter. This can't happen. This just cannot happen. No way. And, it happened. Aaron Rodgers went down with we'll see if it's truly season ending. I don't know. He's looking pretty good coming back from a supposed Achilles rupture. I believe it is, but if he's already making strides like that, people question whether if it's an injury, if it's that injury or not, it don't matter. Rupture Achilles is not fully ruptured. The fact that he's back on his feet, looking like he was able to put a little pressure, not saying he's going through football contact yet, but he's able to put some pressure on it and throw and walk on it already a little over a month, ever since he got injured like that and got surgery. It's a good sign, and he looks good. But Zach Wilson immediately has to come in and not just come in, but play. He is the quarterback. And obviously, we won the game against Buffalo because Josh Allen, whenever he plays at MetLife, has been the Jets' best player. Call it what it is. I'm not complaining as a Jet fan. Josh Allen, we thank you for being our best player. And you were such a great player that at our safety James Whitehead got his bonus. All 3 interceptions that you gifted him. But that did happen. Won the game. Wasn't because of Zach, but that happened. And obviously against the Cowboys, the Patriots the first go around. I don't even know how that happened. And then against the Chiefs, in which actually the Chiefs one was more like, ooh, Nathaniel Hackett, he's doing something, which people would be like, well, Zach, you only did 1 game. You're not proving. Like, you know what? Calm the hell down. It was a sign of things to come going forward, because he was playing. He outplayed the next 3 against Mahomes, Russell Wilson, which the Denver Broncos are a dumpster fire themselves, and the Eagles. Zach Wilson outplayed those quarterbacks, and the defense, like Rob Saleh said, embarrassed those opposing quarterbacks. Now, usually you'd be like, well, there's like 9, what? There was 8, 9 turnovers in those games. And our quarterback was only responsible for 1 of them. The other 3, oh, by the way, those 3 were in MVP talks conversation last year. And 2 of them, Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, they were in the Super Bowl last year. Patrick Mahomes, MVP, first team All-Pro quarterback. And Jalen Hurts, All-Pro second team last year. Embarrassed them. So I'm taking the positives while everybody's like, well, no, I need to see as it. No, take it as it is. Take it as it is. Let's be positive. And even if you get delusional, let's revel in this delusion. Because you want to know something? You know what beats being, you know what's worse than being delusionally optimistic? Forever pessimistic. And that's what's being associated with us Jet fans. Obviously, because the Jets have been moribund and terrible. Yet still, we decide to be fans because that's who we are. Listen. You want to talk about us being delusional? You know what? Let's be delusional and optimistic for the Jets, because the Giants look like. Roses really smelling. Ooh, them Giants have the roses smelling. They might be drafting a quarterback. Given the way they're playing, Michael Penix, Drake May, or Caleb Williams is in play for the Giants because they're that bad. And it's alarming. Yeah, we knew the team was going to be bad, but we didn't see them being this bad. And it's going like, yo, Dayball, Joe Shane in particular, like, what's up? And Evan Neal, whoo, it's bad. But anyway, let's be delusionally optimistic for the Jets, because at least we're holding on to that. Especially like right now in terms of football, let's be optimistic and don't get into like, let the pessimism seep in about like, oh, Aaron Rodgers, he's taken away from the story because he's making it about him. You should be happy that we're seeing that. And you're making a narrative because actually it's the media. It's not Aaron Rodgers. I would say it's the media the sports radios who are creating this narrative that Aaron Rodgers is hijacking. Jets are playing well. Aaron Rodgers looks like he's on track to come back with a vengeance. And you're just like, well, he's going Pat McAfee. If Pat McAfee wants you to come on and he's paying for you to come on, so what? Shut up. That ain't a big deal. Now, if he says some ridiculous stuff, that's different. But who cares if he's on Pat McAfee talking? You guys are nitpicking the wrong stuff and making a big deal out of nothing as Jet fans and New York media, sports media in general. Be happy. Be happy. Be happy. That's what we need right now. Let's focus on being positive and take that as a positive that Aaron Rodgers is coming back. And you know what? So what if he is? You know what? I can guarantee you this. I don't think that's a narrative in the Jets locker room. It's not the narrative in the Jets locker room. As a matter of fact, Jets have been playing much better. And we're going into our bye week out of that gauntlet of the Bills, the Cowboys, who are not looking as tough as they were in the first 3 weeks of the season, the Patriots. How in the living hell did we lose to this iteration of the Patriots? How? That one's going to haunt me because we should be 4-2, given how the Patriots are. And that's not. I'm not going to I'm not going to dwell on that. But still, the Chiefs refs like to screw us over in that game. The Broncos, yeah, the turnstile Broncos. And the Philadelphia Eagles, who we were so favored to lose against, and we won. Also, Jalen Hurts, thank you for being our best player, and the defense for making that happen. Yeah. But, let's be happy. Let's just get fired up. You got people saying, oh, let me see some more of this. You know what? Screw you. Screw you. Given how things could have really been, we deserve to be optimistic. Zach Wilson is progressing. He hasn't thrown a touchdown. If this Zach Wilson that we are seeing right now played a remotely anything like this last year, we would have been in the playoffs. We can actually smell playoffs now with this Zach Wilson because of Nathaniel Hackett. We can actually put the onus on what happened with the Jets last year because they mismanaged Zach Wilson. OC, we're saying, oh, Zach Wilson is trash. Yeah, it's real easy to say that, but now we got a different OC who actually knows how to work with quarterbacks and build them up. Let's not forget, this is the same Nathaniel Hackett. He's not just here because Aaron Rodgers loves him and had his 2 best seasons ever, a Hall of Famer, under Nathaniel Hackett. This is the same Nathaniel Hackett that almost went to the Super Bowl with Blake Bortles as his quarterback and made him a functional quarterback when Blake Bortles was, woo. I think we also need to keep that in play. But you're going to hold that against Nathaniel Hackett because it didn't look like a prolific offense. Tell you what, Blake Bortles was, Lord have mercy. And all of a sudden, obviously the defense, because Jalen Ramsey, Leonard Floyd, Miles Jack, Saxonville that year. Remember, they outdueled Ben Roethlisberger. And if they decide to trust Blake Bortles a little bit more, I'm not saying you have to, because I will say this, they played not to lose in that AFC Championship game. And that was a painful memory because we had to watch the Patriots. I think that was the same year they mounted a comeback against that 28-3. They rallied from a 28-3 comeback against the Falcons and beat them. But yeah, Nathaniel Hackett was the OC for those Jacksonville Jaguars with Blake Bortles as their quarterback and made him look functional and good enough to at least go all the way, almost. It's not the first time Nathaniel Hackett has done this. Now, is he head coach material? No. But he knows what he's doing as an OC to help out a quarterback when they need it. So, yeah, let's be optimistic. And the New York media, stop creating these narratives. Not just the national media. I'm mainly talking about the New York media. Aaron Rodgers is a master manipulator. Okay, so what? You guys are actually making more of that narrative that he's taking away the attention from the Jets. It is the New York media. I would know. I live in New York. I listen to the New York sports radio. And that's what their angle is. And I can guarantee you this, the Jets are loving it. The players, the coach. And it's actually the New York media that has created this narrative that Aaron Rodgers is creating the attention and it's about him. No. You guys made that narrative. I did not hear that from the Jets. And I didn't hear from any of the players or the Jets or the coaches in general. I heard that from the New York sports media. Yeah. So my random thought that came to my mind, just be optimistic from a New York Jets standpoint, but be optimistic in general. This is just me on a tangent, but again, I'm just doing a podcast just cause, and I decided to do this, and it came into my mind, and I'm going to continue this more often. So, have a good day, have a blessed day, and see you guys later. Deep Green out.